It was President David Granger's promise in his elections manifesto that an educated country gives rise to an economically viable nation, thus the need to revolutionize the education sector and take it back to saying education from nursery to university. Finance Minister Jordan says the 3 Bs plus more have also been strengthened to end the plight of children across the country.
After assessing the plight of our pupils and the transportation woes they encounter, this government introduced the 3 Bs, boats, buses and bicycles initiative, which will be expanded in 2016 to include books and breakfast. Issues of school attendance, punctuality, and students' ability to focus after traveling long distances by foot, all of which limit their access to education, will be addressed. Further, to ensure children are adequately outfitted for school, 28,000 pairs of footwear will be distributed in the first quarter of this year, primarily within our hinterland and riverine areas. And this will complement the $424.2 million that has been budgeted for the continuation of the school uniform program that will benefit over 204,000 children attending schools in the hinterland and on the coast.
Meanwhile, Minister within the Ministry of Education, Nicolette Henry, is all praise for the $40.3 billion to her ministry.
I have to say they've been extremely gracious to us in education, particularly tertiary and secondary education. And as you saw, a lot of emphasis will also be placed on youth and culture, and to some extent sport. So I think it's a good budget.
The minister appropriately refreshed the memory with the saying, "To whom much is given, much is required."
So I assume that hard work will follow where the money is going. So I'm excited and I look forward to a really good work program in 2016.
Also, Minister Jordan posited that in order for learning to take place, the health and nutrition of the nation's school children must be taken care of.
Mr. Speaker, a sum of $1.3 billion was expended on the National School Feeding Program. This year's program has been increased to $1.9 billion to cater for a hot meal to be given to over 7,000 additional hinterland students. In an effort to ensure that students at all levels have access to teaching learning materials, our government will introduce the Education Resources Delivery Software in 2016. No child should be asked to learn without having access to the requisite books, textbooks, and our government will ensure that this barrier is removed.
Also added to the budget are monies to cover systems to equip teachers in the classroom to deal with sociological and other problems children may face at school.
Mr. Speaker, the results of the performance of our children's examinations point to critical gaps in the quality in delivery of education. One key component is the area of teacher training. Last year, 506 trained teachers were added to the education system, and another 415 teachers will be added this year. Further, additional satellite centers in Kokwani, Kamarang, Morakabai, and Charity will be established to increase the number of trained teachers in the hinterland and riverine areas. Mr. Speaker, equipping our teachers in classrooms to ensure more effective subject delivery continues to be a priority. In an attempt to address the increasing rate of psychosocial problems in our schools, teachers will be trained with the requisite competencies and techniques to lend support to our school welfare officers. Also, separate rooms will be made available at our schools to render counseling sessions for both parents and students.